If you got a backflow arrestor like this and it's sprung a leak, usually they'll get to the point where they either just start flowing out the holes all the time, or they just weep from the holes when they're under constant pressure. They're actually not all that reliable, especially in a hard water situation. But the newer style faucets, they got the commercial style fitting on there, so it has to have a backflow arrestor or a vacuum breaker on there. And they're doing that because, you know, code now requires that all external or outside spigots have a vacuum breaker on it. That basically prevents any kind of crap that ends up in the hose to get sucked back into the house or into the city water. So they kind of suck, but if you've got them, you kind of have to deal with them, especially if you have the new style threading on there. There's no adapter that I'm aware of that'll adapt from that to a standard hose bib. So you end up with kind of like a dual setup here. This is a commercial style. If you go down to Home Depot, you're going to see something that more looks like that. And most of the time you see one that has just like a standard hose bib attachment that'll screw on there. But if you look over on the other side, in between the PVC parts, you'll actually see this here, and an Anti-Siphon vacuum breaker, but it's actually got the commercial style threading on there, and that'll pretty much give you what you need. So that's going to take the place of our other one, but the only problem there is we're going to have to take this one apart. You're going to use a pipe wrench and a pair of channel locks, and you don't have a tripod set up, but you're going to unscrew the top part. There'll be a nylon washer in there. Mine was so screwed up that it actually broke away while I was untightening it. And that little part comes off, and that's actually your little adapter. And then that's your old school vacuum breaker. It's actually got a dual stage vacuum brake in there, whereas the new one only has a single stage vacuum brake. So you're going to take this, you get this at Home Depot, about $8. Don't look for it next to all the valves like I was doing. It's over on the other side next to, in the weirdest place, it's like in between the PVC and other parts. So it's got the commercial style threading adapter on there and the hose bib on there. So what you can do is take your adapter there and screw that on. And it's got a rubber washer in there to make sure it gets sealed. Screw that on nice and tight, and you're going to screw that back up on there. And that's an $8 fix to the problem. If you buy the whole deal like this, the actual commercial whole style, they're actually like pretty expensive. They're like 25 bucks at Ace, but that's an $8 solution right there. These two little set screws just lock it down so that it doesn't turn while you're turning your hose bib. So you're just gonna get on there nice and tight, tighten down your two set screws, and you're good to go.